Warning: any advice given in this video is not to be taken seriously. Josh is as much a winemaking professional as I am a neurosurgeon. These are just the views of a so-called high-functioning alcoholic who also happens to have access to Google search. This man goes into the negative weekly by overspending on DoorDash. Highly regarded.
Good morning, YouTube. Giving you some pro tips with making your own mead. One of my fans was gracious enough to send me some wine making yeast number 1118, and this wine making yeast does not require any sort of hot water to activate it. Excuse me. When you're making your own homemade wine, the bottle likes to expand. So if you don't have an airlock, I would use a balloon like I do. Just poke a hole in the middle of the cap, stretch a balloon over it, double tie the ponytail, one loop, two loop, boom. It doesn't, what you'd call, wine yeast likes it cold, dark, and no light. That's why when I was pouring water into the honey bottle, it was cold water, and I gave it a little swish, poured it into there. People were like, oh my god, Tampico and fucking Hawaiian Punch have all these chemicals. Okay, to be fair, that mango punch mead that I made knocked me on my ass. People are gonna keep knocking on my fucking door, Jesus Christ. So when this one's done, I'm not gonna drink it as fast and savor it more. I'll be bottling up the strawberry banana mead on the 22nd of October. So if you give the wine, the 1118 wine yeast, plenty of sugar to eat and dissolve and whatever, and you put it in a dark and cold closet and just let it sit. And before you do all that, you want to make sure that your lid is on there nice and tight. Yeah, so I'm not going to be bottling that up into a clean bottle until October 22nd. So now all I got to do is wait an entire month to make it happen. And what's in a month? 30 days. Anything longer than that, I don't know. But I'm going to be watching it like a hawk, dude. If you have the happiest of conditions for that yeast, you can make a homemade wine / mead that's like 18% alcohol in volume. But if you don't take good care of it, it'll probably poop out before it gets to 14 or less. So an 18% alcohol by volume is nothing to sneeze at. A Four Loko is like 11, 12, 13, 14 alcohol by volume. Camel Silver Ice with the 4X's is 12.6% or 9 in volume. By saying based off of my research, using Google to ask the important questions. And doing some research, like I said, you can make, using wine yeast 1118, freaking, like I said, I was doing some research on Google. Be careful when making your own homemade wine. You can, in fact, catch botulism. I might try, when I bottle it on the 22nd, I'll try a couple glasses, like 2 to 4 glasses of it on YouTube. You know, but I like making homemade alcohol. People are like, why don't you just go to the store and buy it? It's easier and you don't gotta wait. I'm like, because, dude, creating your own homemade brew is a labor of love, you know. It just tastes better when you've put all this hard work into it versus, because, yeah, it doesn't take much rocket science to make hooch like I'm making. But with my experiences that I have with it, I will share that with you on YouTube. So if my fans want to try making their own, but based off of my research, if you can get a hold of winemaking yeast 1118, that's a better selection than instant yeast. But what's on my agenda for today? It is Friday, tubes. And the time gets to be a bit more closer to the afternoon. Work on wands and music, and I got a food hack I'm planning. Also, I'm not going to be doing as many drinking streams, because if I do drink on camera, it's not going to be a shit ton. Like, real talk, you see me pass out drunk on camera multiple fucking times. So the assholes who called the cops and the EMTs on me were not doing it because they care. They were doing it to fuck with me. Because it's like, oh, Cobra found something he enjoys. Cobra enjoys making his own hooch. Well, we can't have that, can we? And my dumbass was like, let's see how much of it we can drink on stream. And then I got it down to damn near the bottom, and I passed out in my chair, and then the cops and the EMTs fucking show up, and I'm like, well, that's just great. They're like, why the fuck? I'm like, why the fuck are you going? I didn't say the F-bomb, but I was like, why are you people here? We got a call. People were concerned about you. I'm like, oh my freaking God. I'm like, I wasn't doing anything wrong, officer, EMTs, etc. I was drinking my own homemade wine and just streaming. It's like, well, and that's the thing of it, man. You cannot let the haters get to you. Like, they are the worst pieces of shit. But you know what? I've got better things to do with my life. Making wands, working on my new album, coming up with food hacks, new t-shirts. I go live and they get so triggered. They'll even send me stupid text messages too, like, I thought I told you you couldn't go live, boy. And I just laugh at it. People are accusing me of faking being drunk when I was drinking my mead. And I was trying to hold my composure, but like it started to kick in, and I was just like, yeah. Still can't figure out that tripod for my cooking video. I don't want to take it out to show it off too often because I don't want the fucking yeast to die on me before I've had a chance to ferment it. So unless it's dark outside or dark in my apartment with little to no light, I'm not going to be showing off that bottle. But take a look at that. We got fermentation on the top. Every time I've gone to make homemade hooch, it ferments and does the bubbly thing. And I just want to look at it, make sure we're doing good. Oh yeah, we're doing amazing. I found a new little hobby to enjoy. You know, I don't gotta shake it or mix it, just let it ferment. I'm gonna let it ferment until October 22nd. So that's most definitely what's up. This could turn into like 18% alcohol by volume, and that's the goal at least. And I make a challenge out of it too. It's like while we're waiting for the wine to age or the mead to age, we'll drink less so your tolerance goes down. But that's how you do it, tubes.